The views and opinions in this program are not those of CISA 7 or Spectrum.
All right, I'm going to call the budget hearing to order. We have 4 board members present. Laura McCoy is excused. And I don't have a
What do you need?
agenda.
Oh.
No, is it the, it's on top. It's probably in, no, I don't.
So it's just posted for public session.
Okay, so,
I don't think you have an agenda for the public.
okay, all right. This is our opportunity for public engagement around our budget. We had a long conversation and PowerPoint from Angie and Pete last week at our meeting, and voted to approve the budget moving forward. At this point, I would open it up to anyone who would like to speak to the board about the budget. There's no forms filled out. Okay, and seeing that there's no one here to speak, at this point, I guess I'd open it up to, did you want to come forward with any?
If you have questions,
Yeah, so if board, why don't you come to the table and we'll just see if board members have questions. And I know, Angie, you had mentioned having information about our state aid at this point, and maybe you could share that. Are there any questions at this point from the board members, or we'll just wait till we hear from you? So go ahead with anything you want to bring us up to speed on.
Okay, so as I had mentioned last week, we did get some final numbers from the state today. So some of those included our equalized aid number and then also the voucher number. So what we saw today was the equalized aid, we had $161 million in the budget book, and our equalized aid came in about 1% lower than that, about $159 million. And we can absorb that. It's right where we need to be. So 1% is a good estimate. So we feel good about that. Voucher amounts. We had estimated about 6.7 million, and that number came in at about 6.5 million. So just a little bit about vouchers, and we're all aware of vouchers, but just wanted to just remind everybody, historically, we've seen that jump in the vouchers number about 2 million. So going forward, it started at about 2 million. Last year it was, 4.5 million. We're now at 6.5 million as that cap increases 1%. And, going forward, it will continue to increase. So within our budget and in the forecast model, we have that number increasing about 2 million every year. So it's an important number to watch. The numbers that we saw today for 1920, the 4% limit or the cap for voucher students was 869. So that was the max amount of students that could have received a voucher. 807 students is the number of the kids for 1920 that are receiving a voucher. That's up from last year. That number for students receiving a voucher was 640, and the max last year at the 3% cap was 676. So a significant increase. As far as our membership number goes, that 21,072, that has remained the same. And that will change as we, things change, but that's the number that's on the revenue limit worksheet. That's what we will, our levy will be based on. And then in January, they will make an adjustment when they do the January count, and we'll see that adjustment when we get our last aid payment in June. But it won't be significant, but we may see, a few more students, a few less students, but it's never really been significant, but that number will shift a little bit.
All right, any questions or comments? All right, seeing none, I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.
You have been watching the Green Bay Area Public School District's Board of Education meeting. Please visit the school district's website, www.gbaps.org, to view the program again. If you cannot fully access the information on this video, please let us know the accessibility issue you are having by calling 920-448-2025 or by email at communications@gbaps.org. We will try to provide the information to you in an alternative format and/or make the necessary improvements to make the information accessible.